on today's show. Hey, all you listeners out there. And no, we're not talking to you guys. GTFO!
Newsflash to all of you pet parents out there. Your parents called. They wanted actual grandchildren.
Plus, messages from Maddie, Bryce Harper's helmet toss, and the worst possible side of your personality. It's all here on Lucdogg in the Morning. Start the show!
Blue, you're my boy!
And now,
That's all you want. I'm the one who's gonna be on TV.
from TTR Studios,
I can't quite remember how that one goes. I gotta admit, I'm a little high. No, Peggy, I'm cool.
it's Lucdogg in the Morning. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is Lucdogg in the Morning. It's the end of May. May is done. We are getting into summer. We're happy to be here with Belly Matt LaBelle,
I am here. I am here.
Hot Mess Kim.
What's up?
We're ready to do this thing. We've got a whole lot to get to today, and I think the second one of those is Belly's best joke.
Yeah.
By
It's
far.
the best joke ever.
Well done. Newsflash to all you parents out there. No, it's...
You said that
See,
wrong.
I blew it.
That's why you didn't get to read
All right,
it.
Kim, give it to us again.
Newsflash to all you pet parents out there. Your parents called. They wanted actual grandchildren.
So we will rip on you pet parents. We're very excited to do that.
Yeah.
You can watch on YouTube channel X Lucio X. Follow us at LITM Podcast. Let's get into the show. To all of you listeners out there, not our podcast listeners. No, we're not talking to you.
Nope.
Not at all. We're talking to Big Brother. We're talking to
the cell phone.
Person of interest. We're talking to whoever the hell it is, the AI that is around, has to be, that is listening to our conversations every day.
Yeah.
To that Facebook messaging app,
That
it
was
says
so
when I'm
weird.
hungry, when someone in the message says I am hungry and the option comes up,
Order
food.
Yeah, weird.
Get out of my head.
I also don't like that I'm getting emails now, and then I have 3 options of quick responses at the bottom of the email. Have you seen that?
No, I don't check them. I don't open them.
I don't check emails.
No, that's a thing. So
for
if
work.
it's like, I think they can almost tell that it's like, do you want to come to this? And the answers are like, yes, no, and maybe, basically.
Yeah?
Like you know when you have
Attending?
like the text short responses? Like if you're on the phone, you can respond with the short text, and there's like 5 basic ones, like call you later, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Same
It's
with
like-
the driving ones. Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah.
that with email now. And I think what we're talking about with the listeners, how did this start with everybody?
This started this morning when we were figuring out when we were going to be able to get together for today's show.
Yeah.
But it's been in my
And-
head for years.
Oh, yeah.
No, for months, because it hasn't been too long.
No, it's been a long time.
At least
Oh, no,
a year.
I mean, this has been happening forever.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
cookies
about
getting read on your
why we
computer
started talking
to
about
bring
this
up
today.
ads to on the websites you go to is the same concept. It's just now
Cookies.
it's being tracked.
No, I actually think that somebody's listening through our phone. Okay, so let's back it up.
Like
back it
Alexa?
up. Yeah, let's back it up. Because what we're talking about is, I have noticed, and so have my friends here, that if I am just talking about something with somebody, like if I'm talking about lighting for my DJ stuff with my parents, for example, all of a sudden the next day I have lighting ads all over Facebook. Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
it never fails.
I work in a bar, and all the ads on my Facebook are liquor and beer.
How does this
Because
happen?
all I talk about at
No,
work.
I guess that could be that do you list somewhere that you work there?
Yeah, I guess then that's true.
I
I,
think you
do
do.
mark as a bartender.
So that's fair. I mean, at least
Yeah.
that's fine. They're pulling data. I don't mind them with the cookies that you're talking about. Does this happen to you, Kim?
I mean, I've had it where I've been having a discussion with friends, and you know when you do that thing, you go Google it to figure out what the actual answer is.
Sure.
So it's like I'll open up the Google app, and then I just type in the first word, and that autofill is exactly the question I wanted to ask it. And I'm like, No.
I'm glad you're
This
saying
isn't
that.
okay.
Because I never thought about it. I've always just like written that off as a coincidence that, oh, this must have happened a
No.
million times to everybody else. But no, maybe they're just listening.
My phone's listening to my conversation because
Oh,
this
I
is
didn't
what
think
you
of that.
want to know.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Yep, the phone
It's
is
creepy.
already, the AI is here. Terminator 5 is coming. It's going to be great.
So what's listening? Is it like I think it's completely naive to expect that there's no monitoring at all.
Well, it's kind of like my Xbox
Right?
One is always listening to me. 'Cause
Xbox
Yeah.
One?
when you tell it to turn on, it's always listening.
Those
to what you're
Echoes, the
saying.
Amazon Echo and the Alexa are two that are always listening in your house. Like,
Yeah,
where
do you
can
want-
I
just
know.
say
I've
out
got
loud?
the Echo.
You have one?
I have an Echo.
Like, do
And
you
it's-
want Google Home?
Do you just speak out loud and say, "Can
I
you?"
just tell Alexa to do stuff all the time. I tell her to like reorder.
but she
'cause
records
set up
all
like
this
this
stuff
shopping
about
list.
you.
So I've got my grocery list on Alexa. So if I'm walking around and I'm like, oh, I need carrots, I just say, Alexa, add carrots to my shopping list.
So what happens after a year where Alexa notices a trend where you buy carrots every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but then you really don't want carrots anymore, but then the carrots keep showing up.
No, they don't get ordered to my house.
Yeah,
They
she-
But
just-
she might just take the
on my
privilege
phone.
to say, you know what, girl, I'm gonna get you some carrots.
Alexa,
Oh, I got
settle down.
well, I mean, you can already set that up with Amazon itself
Yeah.
and say just order
Yeah.
this every 2
I
weeks.
also like the little
Yeah.
buttons they can give you. The buttons that you can put on the
Yeah.
wall near things.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. So
And it's
like,
like just reorder that.
yeah, so like you put it near your toothbrush when you need a new toothbrush, you just push that button and it orders you a new toothbrush.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's
yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
But all
Then it's
this
gonna get
tracking-
a little out of control. I'm gonna have like 8 buttons in the pantry. I'm like, I don't know which what. I'm ordering Doritos when I need like pills.
But it's gotten to the point where people can track where you've gone throughout a day.
Oh, that's a long time ago. I
It's
am
just-
talking about guys. I think they're actually listening
Yeah.
on the daily, and for you to think that like they're not monitoring texts for hot words, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Oh, and Facebook, the biggest social media app ever.
Sure.
I've got nothing to hide though. So-
Yeah,
No, but no, nor
not
do I.
worried.
But I remember, like back in the day, like we all smoked weed before. If you text somebody like, "Hey, let me get an eighth," you're an idiot.
Yeah.
If you think that there are not
Monitors. for
like somebody monitoring that, you're crazy. Especially nowadays. I don't know anymore, but nowadays, my God, it must be
that.
insane.
Well, especially with, having to up security for like outside threats plus cyber security threats.
Yeah,
at
do they
every
care?
level.
Do you think
have
they
to-
even care?
They have to protect us at a lot of levels. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure they do a lot more than just track everybody.
So you're okay with them listening in on everything? They're here in the house all the time.
I mean, it's uncomfortable.
Like, wrap your head around that. That's a
It's
possibility. Kim, 1 out of 10 chance that that's happening. 10 is it's definite.
That everybody's listening to what you say all the
That
time.
we're being surveilled.
Well, remember, microwaves are listening to us now.
What?
Come on.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! Don't you
Come
start.
on.
Sorry. No, but do you
Come
think that's
on.
actually happening? Do
That
you think we're
microwaves
being
are listening
no,
to
no,
you?
no, 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 no? We're being surveilled.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 to 10.
9.
You really think like on the regular, like our phones are recording this right now?
I don't know if
some
they're
level.
recording, but something's certainly listening.
That's a lot of data.
Yeah.
That's a lot of data.
Yeah. There's a lot of phones out there.
Yeah. Wow. So
Most of it goes into the junk pile.
is this
Yeah.
like ignorance is bliss? Like, would you want to know that?
I just think
Again,
I'm
I
too
don't
insignificant
really
enough in
care.
the mass data
You're
To-
too
to
insignificant.
ping on their radar.
Yeah,
You don't
I
care, you got
really
nothing to
don't
hide.
care. If they want to listen to everything I say, I don't care.
I guess that's the answer of somebody who doesn't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what
I've
about
never
like?
understood when people get really mad about it. They're like, it's an invasion of my privacy. I'm like, well, what are you trying
What's
to
so
hide? from
private
that?
about
Well,
your
I mean,
life?
I think it's the idea that
You
like
use Facebook. I know what you ate 3 weeks ago, and you're gonna get upset that possibly the government's monitoring your
yeah,
cell
yeah.
phone.
Well, that's the but
But
that's
you're
my
gonna show
choice.
me
though.
everything
But
else
that-
about
but
your
that's
life.
if I'm the other person playing devil's advocate. But that's my choice. I put that on Facebook.
I know, and they always. Make
I don't
that
want
argument.
them. I don't want.
did
Yeah,
that.
I want the
You
freedom
know what
to
I
do it
think?
myself.
The government
be an idiot.
doesn't really care unless you're a
I'm
threat.
just like, fine, whatever.
The government doesn't care unless you're a threat to
Yeah, they
others.
don't. They
But
really
they're-
don't.
but
care.
it's not whether no one's worried about whether they care. It's do you care that they're listening? I think that's the thing. It's
Do
like
you?
you're it. Not in a like, what are you gonna catch me for sense? It's more. Let me put it this way: when I got out of the shower the other day, I got out of the shower walking out balls naked. Okay,
Thanks.
I live by myself. It's just paint the picture for all you female listeners out there. I'm hanging out. And I'm walking around and it hit me. I am like pointing at my Xbox One. So if it's unfortunately some dude's job to monitor this stuff, he's getting a killer show right now.
Your CBs.
No, that hit me, and that's why it doesn't bother me.
I've thought about that too in my room with my Xbox One. You get out of the shower, you walk around, you get dressed or whatever, and it's like, what if my Xbox were on right now?
Do you care in that situation?
Isn't it always on so that you can say Xbox on?
Yeah, it's pretty much always
it's
on
always
and always
running
listening to you.
Somehow, right? Because it has to be able to listen to you, and it's also doing updates in the background.
Have there been stories about those getting hacked at all?
Not that I've seen. Bless you.
No, I don't think so.
I
mean, Alexa's always listening to me because all I have to do is say Alexa. Like I had Alexa in my room for a while.
Yeah.
And then I had to move her out of my room and into my office because in the middle of the night she would start telling me the weather.
Oh, come on.
And it would wake me up.
What if you were talking in your sleep to Alexa?
But that kind of goes into something different where then I started talking about like the Colonel and that just the Colonel was trying to figure out what Alexa was.
Right.
And that's a completely
The Colonel is
different story.
the ghost that haunts her house.
Yeah.
Very interesting. No, but you're inviting that into your house when you get these Google Homes, these Alexas. I mean, even just your phone. I mean, it's one thing to get the Alexa or whatever. That's fine. But if they're listening through your phones, isn't that a little bit deceptive? And aren't we mad at Amazon and Facebook and all these guys for actually knowing it and using it? If that's the case, I'm not saying that's definitely the case. I'm not reporting that. We're just saying it's very, very
coincidental.
Coincidental what's happening
here. Things we talk
here.
about in just general conversation where phones aren't part of the conversation.
For swear to God, this happened. We just said it. We started talking about this in show prep. We were just in a little email chain on Facebook Messenger. And it was within I said the lighting thing where I say lighting to my parents and then I get a lighting ad on Facebook. Within 2 minutes, I got an email from some BS music company strictly about lighting, which is very rare.
Also because you just said you still get a lot of lighting stuff.
I haven't had a light. I was using lighting as an example for you guys.
Yeah.
So no, that has not happened often. That's like a 1% chance that happens, and it did. And it's so weird that we're talking about it, and then it just shows up again. Not even as an ad on the side of Facebook, just somebody emailing me. I don't like it. It feels pervasive.
That's why I don't answer emails or check them. People
How do
be
you
like,
do
"Did you get that email I sent?" I check my work email.
Oh, okay.
But my personal email, not even. I'll go 4 weeks before I open that up, and I'm like, "Oh."
Sorry.
Look at that email.
So can we do this? I wanted to get to the worst possible side of your personality because apparently you have something for us, Hot Mess, about...
I don't have something for you. I just wanted to... It's more what kind of driver are you? Because I spend a lot of time on the road.
Now, this bit has been done before on the show, so I'm curious
Has it? When?
Wow, driving is...
do it?
Not even on our show. It's a big radio topic. Belly, we've done this before.
Well, it's because everyone's in the car when listening to shows.
And I think everybody's passionate about certain things. Like you ask a journalist about airports, they're gonna go off. Travel because they travel all the time. They know about it. We drive a lot, so we have passionate opinions. What happened that sparked this?
Well, no, I mean it's just little things that happen because in my 8 or 9 hour workday, I tend to be in the car about 2, maybe 3 hours of that day.
Just hearing what she had to do today was like exhausting.
She had to go to like 3 different places that aren't close to each other.
40 minutes apart, guys.
Yeah.
They're like,
there's no reprieve.
Yeah, like, what? Who set that schedule?
You could get to North Carolina in that drive.
Yeah.
So then you have, the thought of, okay, today I'm just going to be the one that's like, no matter what happens, I just need to get from point A to point B.
Sure.
And I'm not going to let anything bother me. But then other times, I'm like, no, I'm not going to let this happen. But no, like, what kind of driver are you? Like, do you always use your blinker?
No.
I rarely use my blinker. I've been trying to get better.
Why do you rarely use your blinker?
Trying to get better.
Do you change lanes?
I only use it if it's necessary. If no one's there and it doesn't affect anyone, then I typically don't.
If no one's there, I probably won't use it. Yeah. If I'm in a dedicated turn lane, I might use it 75% of the time. But every single time I change lanes, I turn my blinker on and I make sure it's on for like 10 seconds before I go over there.
Oh, yeah.
no, not at all.
So
So you're just cutting people off without giving
all
them
the
warning.
time. No. What I'm saying I do is if my moving into the lane is gonna affect somebody, and they could use to know that I'm coming in, I'll put it in, but pretty late, I will say. But I will at least put it in there.
He's two
Yeah.
wheels deep
I'm
before
already
his
in.
blinker
I'm
turns
2
on.
wheels deep. Yeah, that's
But
good.
I mean, in the whole lane switching topic, are you the person that if you see the car put their blinker on to change the lane in front of you, do you speed up
yeah.
and try to cut them off?
Depends on
Or do you
how
just
close
go,
I am.
Here you go, sir.
Depends on how close I am.
Yeah.
And the situation behind you.
If there's like a good car and a half length between me and them, so they have room to get over, I'm fine with pacing down and letting them in.
Yeah.
But if I'm within striking distance of that 1.5 car,
Come on, Belly.
Yeah.
get out.
All get
You're
in
not.
front of 'em.
You're not clear to get over.
No,
Yeah.
this
Do
is
not
my spot.
attempt to get
Because
over
it's better in that
because
situation.
you made a mistake.
It's better to go forward instead of slamming on your brakes
Yeah.
and the car behind you hitting.
Yeah.
If the person
So-
is trying to impose their will on me, I will speed up. If it doesn't impede my progress,
So-
I will let them go in.
So if you were driving against you would be in a terrible state of affairs.
Be an immovable force.
You're just probably always trying to speed up there. Even if there's a car and a half, you're like, I'm
No,
getting up there. That's probably how you
Depends on
are.
how
on
lady
the road.
is.
My rule is if you're going to come into my lane, then it can't affect me. It shouldn't affect me.
Well, how is it going to affect you if they get in front of you?
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind if they get in front of me if they speed up and keep going, and I don't have to slow down
If
at
they
all.
get in front of you and they're going like 10 below,
Now it's
then I
affecting
get
me.
really mad.
You gotta
and at
be
that
aware.
point, you cut them off and you make
Oh,
sure
you let 'em
that
know it.
they know that you're cutting them off. And you go really fast around the side. You kind of hover right next to them, and then you cut them off really close. And you're like, you're an asshole.
No doubt about it. And there are situations, guys. I remember when I had a Mohawk. I was probably like 22. I had an SUV. What?
Nerd.
No, Mohawk nerd. That is not
Mohawk
a synonym.
Mohawk was cool in like the 80s.
Always cool. So
Was it spiked?
give the
Was
face to them.
Was it spiked?
No, it's like a Mr. T.
All right.
Okay.
It's like
It's
red.
still
not any better.
pointy.
Yeah. No, I pulled it off. It was kind of bad. Well, I thought so.
You think.
Yeah. Kim would have
pulled
let me
it
know.
off.
Okay.
I used to but let me put it this way. This is where a Mohawk is great. You cut me off, it's fine. That's one thing. I'm going to get in front of you, and this was my actual move. Out the window. Just staring behind me at the person behind me, looking behind me as I'm driving forward, showing that I have a Mohawk and I am looking completely backwards of where I'm going. I am crazy.
God, you're the asshole driver.
They back off by hundreds of feet. It's so great.
Because you're not looking in front of you. That's why they're not afraid of your badass Mohawk. They're afraid you're gonna fucking wreck your car. So they're like, I better back off this guy because he's not looking at the road. Yes, of course they're gonna slow
My
down.
life has been shattered.
Jesus Christ.
Well, see, I don't even hate the non-blinker users as much as I hate slow people in the left lane.
Slow people in the left lane are the worst, or people that come in front of you go slow. People on entrance ramps coming into a highway when everybody's going 75 miles an hour. Do not in any way think that you're allowed to go 50 miles an hour onto that highway.
Do you have to?
Well, that's what
speed
the
up?
right. That's why you should be over in the middle
when
lane.
you are
if you
entering,
see oncoming traffic,
when you're entering into traffic, you need to be going the same speed as
you
that
need
traffic.
to pick it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have to speed up and see who it is if there's somebody holding up traffic in the left lane?
I do.
I have to
I
know what
have
they
to
look like.
see-
Oh,
yeah,
I
have
always
to
know
if
what
they're
they look
old.
like.
You have to know if they're Asian.
I know. You got to know if they're a dude. You got to know if they're a chick.
Yeah.
I need to
all
know-
the
You have to know if
stereotypes.
they're texting or
I've
if they're
seen 'em
doing
all.
makeup.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
stereotypes.
And I've seen them all.
Yeah, I know.
Every single
I
one.
do like to be that person when you're in like a traffic jam and then you see someone try to come around and like bypass a lot of it. I will not let them in.
Nope.
I won't do it.
We're in DC, folks. We don't mess around.
No mercy.
Back off. All right, we'll do this. Take a little break. And on the other side of it, we're getting all you pet parents out there. We've got something. Again, hot mess, fired up. Pet parents. We're coming at you.
I just write down stuff now.
We'll come
This
at 'em next.
annoys me.
Be ready for it. On the other side of the break, it's Lucdogg in the morning.
At LITM Podcast.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning. It's Wednesday. And we're happy to be here with you. We are going to get to messages from Maddie, plus, of course, Bryce Harper's helmet toss. Was it deceptive? Did it slip? Or is he just 50 Cent throwing out the first pitch? What's that?
Leave my baby alone.
No, get back out of here. She's done. I'm kidding.
He's okay.
I don't know. We might fire up Kim a little bit because she loves her Bryce.
I know.
But we do have to get to. Can we do this? First of all, I'm a mess. I need a hat. I feel better. I'm in a shirt.
He's got the Sup
'Cause he doesn't
Ladies
have that
shirt on
sick
with the
mohawk
He-Man.
anymore.
Yeah, my mohawk is
I'm
covered.
gonna buy
Showing
you a
off his
mohawk hat.
muscles.
I don't know. Is this He-Man?
It says Sup Ladies on his shirt. Did you see this?
Is this? I don't know.
Oh, Kim's not interested.
She's locked in. She doesn't care.
Not
What's up
She's
with
got
the pet
abs
parents?
on her phone. She doesn't need your abs.
That's
Are you
true.
still rocking Hemsworth on your phone?
I'm rocking Hems and Stan
Jesus.
on my
Same.
phone.
All right, so what's up with the pet parents? We wanted to do that. Obviously, I think where we're going is parents, couples who don't have kids but have pets,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then obnoxiously treat them as children. Heads up, your grandparent. Are you? God, can't get the joke
Heads
right.
up.
Newsflash.
Your parents
Parents.
called.
They
wanted
want
grandchildren.
grandkids. Lucio just can't do it. Yeah, no. So I know these people, and they don't have children,
No.
but they have maybe 50 animals. But they have this one animal. Well, they have a farm.
Are we talking
Oh,
specific?
cool.
They've got
here?
horses. They've got like 5 goats, and they have like 30 cats because they pick up strays, and then the cat gets
Barn
pregnant,
cats.
and then they
It's
have all
just how
these.
that happens.
They got kittens, and it's like all this stuff's going on.
Cats on cats on
But
cats.
they have this one dog,
God.
and she's not even that cute of a dog. You know, Italian greyhounds. They're
Yeah.
like mini
Yeah.
greyhounds.
Yeah.
I don't find these dogs to be cute, but this dog literally is their child. She has a first name and a middle name, and she's only ever called by her first and middle name. She doesn't get
come
the
on.
short
No.
version of it.
She have clothes?
Yes, a closet full of clothes.
Is it like
Shocker.
Annabelle Lee or something?
Close. And they take this dog literally everywhere with them. But then the thing that happens is whenever this dog mom is referring to her mother and maybe buying a present for their dog, she goes, Nana got Bella such a good present. And I'm like, no,
Do you think?
this is where this stops right now.
Do you think that parent wants to be called Nana because of a dog?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she's cool with it.
Do any really?
I don't know.
How would you feel?
I've never done that. I mean, I've had pets. I love my pets. They are, in a way, like you love them. My dog, you guys
This
knew
is
Max.
so
Max
much
was
deeper.
my child. He was
No.
my son. I loved him,
No.
but never once did I ever refer to my parents as his grandparents.
No, this is an issue.
Yes, it's weird.
Sitting here trying to hold my tongue because I'm trying to see it. I get it. I totally understand what's happening, but it's an issue that you
No, I
need to think
understand
about.
loving your pet like a child.
That's not the problem
I
here.
don't understand your parents then becoming that pet's grandparent. It doesn't work that way.
That's I don't know the word that I'm looking for. I'm searching for it in my head. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it strikes me as a problem. Like it's almost like you're obviously, clearly trying to overcompensate for not having a kid.
Yeah.
And it's a dog. It's a dog.
And dogs
They're
are
amazing.
awesome.
I've had
Yeah.
dogs all throughout growing up. I still have a dog.
Pets are great.
But it's not a child.
It's not a child.
Like, well, let's.
It's a dog.
Are you not? I'm not trying to anger anybody. Maybe this is just your wake up call thing. Takes me calling you out and Kim calling you out. That's fine.
It's a dog.
Should I play on the other role? Well, maybe I can't have kids. What about that? What if I can't have kids? Ooh.
That still doesn't mean that your
No.
parents are your pet's grandparents.
Yeah.
No, but what if you see now? Put yourself. Hold on.
And that
here.
doesn't
I have
that
had
doesn't
cancer.
stop you from other other
You can
possibilities
adopt.
of having children.
You can use a surrogate,
Yeah, there's a lot of ways.
a lot more
now
expensive than
that
buying a
if
pet,
you really
though.
Yeah.
wanted children.
but even if you
there are
were
ways.
sick,
You guys
or-
just are talking two different lines. I can't wait.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What?
Well, I'm just saying there's so many ways now that children can be had in this world with
That's
the
true.
surrogates and adoption and things like that. that there's
kidnapping.
What is with you two today?
She's slapping signs. Slap the red light. It wasn't even red yet.
Oh my God. Okay. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Channel X Lucio X, and look at the red on-air sign. Now, there's also, if you will see, basically, if you're listening on radio, it's just on the wall that sits between me and Kim. There's also a red button right here that turns on the on-air sign.
You didn't say hit the red button.
I said in show prep, as we were about to start, I'm over standing at the camera. I said, Kim, you turn on I said, Kim, hit the red light, please. She smacks the red light with her hand open as if it was an asshole that just cheated on her. Who does this?
You told me to hit the light. You didn't tell me to hit the button.
I understand, but then if I said hit the
So
road,
I hit the light.
If I said hit the road, would you bend down and smash the pavement?
Probably.
God, so literal. I mean,
Taking it all literal.
No, I didn't even know what
When
to say.
we tell you to start the show, you start the show. You don't do something else.
Isn't it Guardians of the Galaxy? She's like that big dude who takes everything literally, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Drax. Yeah.
Nothing would get over my head.
Yeah. Batista.
Drax would never confuse.
That's not Batista.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
Batista.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Local to this area, it used to be.
Very cool.
Anyway, we got way off track
Yeah.
right
So
there.
no, that's
So
fine.
pet parents.
Pet parents, man.
It is what it is.
Just don't go too crazy. I love all of my animals. I love them all so much. I want to cry sometimes.
We all love animals. That's fine, but
it's an animal.
I'm trying to think in the other way though. Like, if you couldn't have kids, that would. No, you're right. It still doesn't justify it. I'm sorry, it's not a kid.
No.
And I don't mean to be unfair to these two people that I'm talking about with their dog, who
Clearly calling out.
consistently refers to their own parents as the grandparents of their
Are they
prize
joking?
dog or whatever.
Are they kidding?
No, they're serious.
Do they laugh when they say it?
No, they're very
They
serious.
say it in passing.
Well,
Oh yeah, our
They're
grandpa.
serious.
I have a
Grandpa.
question for you, Adam.
Jesus.
Since you've seen the dating profiles like I have, how many
Sure.
profiles would you say dog mom on them?
Oh, actually, not a lot.
I see a lot of them that say dog mom.
I've seen it. The fact
Yeah.
that I've seen it. So yeah, I guess.
I mean,
you're
I'm
right.
not saying every profile.
But no.
you're swiping through.
You're right. Now that I think about it, dog mom. I know it.
But like 1 in every 10, all this you see, dog mom.
I would never say dog mom.
No, and you know
I
what the
would say
other
I
weird
have a
thing is?
dog.
No pictures of their dog.
Where's your dog? You should
If you're a
just start
dog mom, where's the
messaging them.
pics?
Where is it?
It was baloney. It's funny.
You're a bad dog mom is what you are.
Just don't be that. That's just, it gets kind of weird, because then you just start thinking of like cat lady. When you start like legitimately thinking, because you don't have any biological human children of your own, so you have pets. I understand that fills that void in your life. Whether you choose personally to not have kids, you are physically incapable of having kids, you can't afford adoption or surrogacy, because that stuff is really expensive.
True.
So I do not want to be bashing on any families or
course
women
not.
that end
Of
up in that
course not.
situation. But it's still kind of weird to then, if you fill that void with a pet, because I love animals, we all love animals.
Sure.
It's great. Just don't be the weird person that is then like, I'm going to dress you up and I'm going to put you in costumes. They give their dog Halloween costumes every year. Every year.
I mean,
this
that I'm
dog has a
fine
new
with.
Halloween
I'm fine
costume.
with that. It's just
I
don't
bet you there's
take
some
it-
good ones too.
Yeah, everybody
okay.
does. People do dog costumes. If there's a day to do it, Halloween, I'm fine with.
Would you date a chick, like seriously date a chick, if
Tried
she
to.
had a dog
Tried to.
that
Yeah.
and dressed up the
She
dog
did.
all the time?
It's a hot dog. No, not all the time. For Halloween. Only for Halloween.
No, they dress their dog up all
No,
the time.
that I have a problem with. I'm
She
saying.
has like 4th of July outfits.
Okay.
And
So-
she has 2 drawers full of dog clothes.
So what you're
this
saying
dog?
is people who are maybe having a little bit of a traumatic situation and for whatever reason are acting out in this way, aren't they able to have can't we give them a gut check too?
Yeah, you can have an outlet. Like
No,
they're allowed to have
that's what
their
I'm saying.
outlet.
Can't we give them a gut check? We can call them out too and try to help and say, hey, listen, this is too far. It's okay, even though they're going through something maybe traumatic that you're saying you don't want to.
I don't think they're going through anything traumatic.
You think they just are a little bit over the top?
I think that
There's gotta be
I don't
something
know.
driving that.
I mean, I've never asked them, why don't you have kids?
But they wouldn't come out and say we
I think
can't.
They chose not to have children, so she chose to have this dog
Belly.
And farm.
Belly.
and farm.
Do you think they what do you think? You think they can't, or you think they just have chosen?
I think
Based on the
eventually at some
facts.
point they just decide. How do you know? Would you like to reveal how old they are?
I don't know exactly. They're older than Lucio.
All right.
Older than 33. At that point, maybe they
So I'd
just don't
say
want
they
to.
might be closer to 40. I think they've been married for a really long time.
Yeah.
So
all right.
at that
They've
point,
got
you kind of
multiple
maybe-
horses, goats. I mean, so they've got all this stuff going on, and
Yeah.
those are more their children.
Right.
But stop referring to your mother as the grandmother of your animals.
Yeah, that's too far.
it's
far.
weird.
Because-
stop that.
And if you are going through something, hey, listen, maybe just go out on a nice day, get a ticket to a Nats game, go see a baseball game.
Pups in the park.
And then when you see that baseball game, maybe you'll see something as hilarious as Bryce Harper throwing his helmet at the pitcher towards the first base dugout.
Leave Harper alone.
Kim, what happened? I mean, if you all right, let me put it this way. What I think happened, Belly. You remember when you're a kid and you got two things to throw, and you throw one way up in the air, and then you peg the person with the other one. I think he was using it as a deception move.
I don't think so.
I think it slipped out of his hand.
I think there was a little too much pine tar on his glove, and he didn't know exactly the right time to release it, and he just chose the wrong time.
I think it slipped out of his hand, or he never intended to throw it at Strickland.
He
That's
didn't
what I'm
do
saying.
I
anything.
feel like his arm comes out really far.
Yes!
If you're going to throw it, you're probably going to chuck it over your head. He's a baseball player.
He's a professional
he
thrower.
He can throw the ball 100
Thank
miles
you.
an hour from right field. He can throw a helmet.
He
10
forgot to
feet
do the
a
helmet
pitcher.
toss practice before the game.
No, he knew what he's doing, and if you look, the pitcher goes like this because
Yeah.
he thinks the helmet's coming at him.
Yeah. And then he
deserved
chucks
it.
the helmet and goes, I gotcha.
Then he
And
gave
then
him
they
a good
kind
sluggo.
of pussy landed a couple punches.
No, he did, and
None of
that's
them
the
were
thing.
that good.
Well, that's why he's getting
But
called
you know
out.
what the real story is? The two Giants players that took each other
Oh,
out.
jeez.
Well, if
That's funny.
my buddy here is a huge Giants fan. He says, Bryce Harper, once a bitch, always a bitch. Bring your helmet like a weapon and still get punched in the face.
Bryce Harper wasn't the bitch here.
Yeah.
He threw his helmet.
Strickland's holding on to a 3-year-old grudge when he has no reason to.
Yeah.
At all.
But he stayed within the
He's
confines
just
of the
mad
rules.
because Bryce Harper
Yeah, but the
looked
rules
at
are
him while he was
stupid.
running around the base.
The rules are stupid, but they're there, Belly. They allow
No.
you to throw at somebody.
So
they don't allow you
that's
to
the
bring your
thing.
helmet out.
That's the problem, is
But
they
that's
allow you to
stupid,
throw
right?
someone because at that point you have a decision to make. You say, I'm either going to first or I'm going at him. And
Yeah.
if that's the
quoting Bryce
line,
Harper
I'm
right
going at him 100% of the time when you
Posey-
throw a 98-mile-an-hour ball at me.
Yeah, he didn't even go 98.
A little
but
higher,
Posey is
hits him
just
in the
kinda
ribs,
sitting
it
there
breaks
like,
a
I'm
rib.
gonna let this
Posey
happen.
let him. Posey
Posey
let him.
was like, Posey's quote is, well, there were a lot of really big guys falling down up there, and I didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, he's got a
What
lot
are
going
you
with
doing?
the.
You see Bumgardner?
Your one job is to stop Harper from getting there.
Not if it's
Did you see
wrongly
Bumgardner?
done. Why? What happened with him?
So every Giants player is pouring out of the dugout.
Sure.
But Bumgardner doesn't.
Of course.
And
Oh, yeah.
stands
He's hurt.
up.
Yeah.
He stands up, he looks out, and he just goes, Ugh, and then just
Yeah.
turns and walks in disgust. in
Yeah.
the
Well, I
locker room.
can't believe that it took 4 Giants players to get Strickland off the field. Like, at that
He's a big
point,
fella.
I felt he was just showboating. Like, stop it.
He's not a little guy, but he drilled him.
Harper settled down after, I want someone to hold me the way that Zimmerman held Bryce Harper.
I can't.
That's real love.
There's
right
a
there.
little
Do you
bit-
see
I
that
wanna know.
embrace?
Yeah, of course, but there's a little bit too much to his hair at this point.
Oh no.
I mean, if I had it, I would
Those
have
luscious
that.
locks.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what?
You're
You're just
critiquing
jealous.
someone's
Yeah.
hair game?
Listen, Bryce, live a day like this, okay? Live a
Never
day in my
has to.
shoes. I'll take his hair.
He's
in a
got some
heartbeat.
luscious locks. Everybody
Man.
needs to leave Bryce Harper alone. Strickland intentionally hit him with that ball, and I think Bryce Harper's 100% correct to go after him like that.
He's not allowed to bring
Absolutely.
his helmet, Kim.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't throw it at him.
Wasn't even close.
If he kept the helmet on, he still would have brought the helmet to
I
the
would have
fight.
been a little
point.
more
So,
argue if it
he
like
had to get
maybe
rid of it.
went right by him. But no, it was like
Can we admit?
A
Can,
40
It was like 10
45-degree
feet
angle.
to the right of him.
here's the question, and it might not be good radio because I think it'll probably come out today. Do we know who's getting more games suspension? Because I would like
I
to know.
bet you Harper's going to
If-
get more. I think it depends on who landed the first punch.
if Strickland doesn't get more games
Yeah.
than Harper,
I'm going to be pissed.
No, it's
because he's
Strickland
pulling that
needs
crap.
to get more because
the helmet
he did it.
is going to matter. You
It
can't
will.
bring the weapon. You can't
I
bring the
think he
bat
gets-
out.
I think Harper gets 6 to 8 games,
Probably. That's good rest.
which
Yeah,
is
Strickland
the
will probably
average
get
for a
5.
charge in the mound is like if it's your first time, like 2 or 3 games.
I don't know. But there's a lot of conversation out there about this that if
Yeah.
Harper gets more than Strickland, people are going to be really pissed off.
he didn't do anything.
It basically gives pitchers the don't forget you can always get them.
Yeah.
And Major
Always.
League Baseball, by the way, would be giving the message that we don't want anything to do with ending this. We love this. We
Yeah,
love
I know.
this.
It almost sends the message of let's continue to let pitchers
That's
take their
exactly
anger
what
out
I'm
on the
saying.
batters to get more ratings. Because what was everybody in sports talking about this morning? Bryce Harper's fight, not Tiger Woods' DUI.
And not game 1 of the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
Finals.
When do we
It's
talk about baseball?
The only sports story that's coming up right now is the Harper Strickland, and there's all this other stuff going on. And I'm afraid that the baseball commissioner, I don't know what his name is going to be like, well, this is actually good
Gary
press for
Bettman,
us.
maybe?
What? No. Who?
What?
It's Gary Beckman?
No, that's NHL.
I am so mad at myself I can't pull it. MLB
Well,
commission.
It's Manfred?
Yeah.
Yeah, Manfred.
Rob
Thank you,
Manfred?
Rob Manfred. Man, that was killing
Yeah,
me.
so I don't want him to think, hey, this has been good for business because everybody's talking about me, so
Did you
I'm
guys-
not going to punish Strickland. Or then he might go the opposite way, and I don't want to use Strickland as an example and
should.
over punish him, but you have to set a precedent. You cannot continue to let pitchers just
Just because he hit him in the right spot.
with Machado in April.
Yeah.
He hit him in the right spot, but for something that the unwritten rules do not allow you to throw at someone for. And that's what I think makes a difference.
3
If-
years later is too late.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like
Bryce
we
Harper
did.
was 21 3 years
Bryce
ago.
Harper did not slide with his cleats up at somebody and then his next at bat get thrown at in the
No.
butt, which would be nothing. That's part of baseball.
Yeah.
This is a ridiculous.
That
If it
shouldn't
was,
be part of baseball.
And that's the-
well, that's a
though.
different argument. That's fine. But
None his teammates.
None of this hurling at that point a deadly missile at 100
98.
miles an hour at somebody. Machado's was a lot worse because that was at his head.
Yeah.
So Harper's right. In his interview, he said, "I respect him for throwing it at my hip."
guys, if there's
But-
if throwing at people is allowed, you can't get mad at what just happened just because it's 98 miles an hour. He did exactly what he should, which is throw at his hip.
Strickland
it's just
didn't
that it's
follow the unwritten rules.
Thank
though.
you. That's what everyone's mad
That's his
about. I think
problem.
it's for no
'Cause
reason.
Even
It
his
was like a-
teammates are like, "What are you doing?"
Like, come
Yeah,
on,
I
man.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
What are
They
you
all
doing?
looked like really pissed at him. They're like,
Well, it was
"Come
for
on,
no
dude.
reason.
What are you doing?"
Sad.
No reason.
Anyway,
No, I know.
go
I'm,
Bryce Harper.
well, I know you
I
love him.
support you all the way, baby. You're my boy.
It's crazy to me.
I love him.
I could throw at you, but you really wouldn't feel it. Like 68 miles an hour on the ribs.
Well, that's the other thing. If you're gonna plunk someone
Yeah.
just to give them the message, you don't hit them 90
No.
plus.
Isn't that how we know it's
Yeah.
personal? Like it kind
Yeah.
of feels like it was personal 98 and 3 years later.
Yeah, I know. It's like, come on.
I don't forget that time my
Do you
team
think-
won the 2 games you slammed home runs off
In the
me.
World
Harper-
Series, by the
Well,
way, they won
in
the
the-
World Series that year.
They won the World Series. It wasn't in the World Series.
Do you think
No.
Harper's going to play tonight?
No.
No.
Think
All right.
He's just going to sit him
He's
out?
got a big bruise on his hip.
I got messages from Maddie to get to. We've got to do that on the other side of the break. We're just glad to be here with you. Hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. It's Lucdogg in the morning.
At LITM Podcast.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning. Let's do this thing, man. I am ready to go. We got messages from Maddie. He's actually going to join us. Maddie Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom will be on for Friday's show. We're going to do 2 this week, and he's going to do a Skype show with me on Thursday. Anybody joining?
I can join. Yeah, I'm free.
We'll see. It's Thursday at 6. Kim's busy this week.
I can.
She made time for
I
you
might
this
be able to
week.
do it.
Okay?
I did. I
want-
took a break from my day.
I want the listeners to know she made time just
I
for
did.
you. And we
And not
appreciate
the
that.
phone listeners. We're talking about the listeners of
Yeah,
Lucdogg in the morning.
real listeners.
The ones who deserve it. At LITM Podcast, if you want to check out our social media. And then, of course, thanks for watching on Channel X Lucio X for YouTube. Subscribe on iTunes. The podcast is way better than the video, but that's my opinion. Of course.
Yeah,
Well,
the
YouTube
podcast
has all
is
the-
way better than
Way
the
better. I agree. I think the
We can
podcast is
stop
way better.
doing video.
But YouTube
Really?
has all the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
so-
Yeah. I got to.
We can still put them up. We
On
don't have-
YouTube,
we
just
don't
as
have to do
recordings
video.
and just flashing backgrounds.
That's true.
Of
Yeah,
all
that's true.
the Adams DJ information.
Yeah. Hit me up. TTR Studio.
Like what he used to do when the camera would run out.
Yeah. I can do
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right.
All right, so we should we just go right to it? Messages from Maddie, of course. Maddie Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom. We appreciate him. He contributes to our show on a pretty regular basis. He's hilarious. Check him out on Instagram, Santa Monica Newsroom. Excuse me. And it's funny. It's just 30-second clips.
Yeah, he commented on an Instagram picture of mine, and he's like, "We should hang out."
I'm pretty sure he
you
has
are so far away from me.
Pretty sure he has a pretty strong crush on Kim.
Yeah,
Happily married.
I think he's emotionally cheating on his wife. With me.
Yeah, happily married.
That dang voice of yours.
I think he likes sex.
It's the sexy
Hypnotizing.
voice. Where's that guy? Can we get that guy back?
Carl?
He made me feel really good about myself.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Carl.
Is that what his name was?
Sex
I never
Kim.
even knew his name. But he asked me to read him bedtime stories.
Yeah, that was Carl. He just did a wedding in Napa Valley as the officiant.
Good for you, Carl.
So, Matty Potts, let's see what he has for us. Of
would
course,
do
he
that.
likes to leave us voicemails. Okay, I will say this. Yeah, the officiant yesterday was somebody who has never done it before. And I wonder, like, how nervous must that dude have been? Because I'm talking, it went like
Well,
this.
was it supposed to be serious?
It was pretty neat. Like, the bride rode her horse to the line and
Nice.
then walked down the aisle.
What color was the horse? Was it a white horse?
It was a white horse with, with like an aqua blue bow in its
Yeah.
braided tail.
Wow, they went all out.
Oh, I'm
That's
serious.
nice.
It was neat.
That's good.
You saw it all this weekend,
Yeah,
so
man, 4 weddings in 4 days, and it was just unreal. By the I mean,
every
now,
style of wedding.
it was crazy. No, you're right. From the hotel, to the farm, to the but to the winery. I mean, it literally went like this. And okay, now you guys can say your vows.
Oh no,
No, I mean
That's
was it
not
like
how
a
you present
friend?
vows.
no.
Was it a
Yeah,
friend?
it was a family friend or a brother, like that. You could tell.
So you must have just been nervous in general.
So
but
nervous. I
mean,
felt bad for him.
I have every intention of having one of my friends officiate my wedding, but I don't expect them to be serious at it. Like, they can stand up there, and if they want to do their own version of like a stand up,
Right.
that's fine.
They want to free
Because
ball
my
it.
wedding, I'm not a religious person, folks. Shocker. But
That's
I'm
fine.
not.
Yeah.
So for me, a religious wedding is just not in the books. Like, I'm gonna have sumo suits at my wedding.
But that's
that
but
everybody's gonna wear.
okay. But
So
either
I want my
way,
friend
That
to
takes
stand
people
up
off
there
the
and tell
dance floor,
jokes.
though.
But if this guy was trying to be like serious and like really good at it, then yeah, you should like practice.
he was not. He was not trying to be serious and good at it. He just didn't know
He
what
just
to
wasn't
do.
good at it.
He was just that bad, and it was funny. And I felt bad for him. And I just thought, like, what, man, wouldn't you pick somebody that like has had a, I don't know. It was a really small wedding, and they were all happy. And it was funny because somebody came right up to him. This lady came up to him afterwards and was like, "You did an amazing job." And I was just thinking to myself,
Someone
what?
gave him a participation trophy.
What? Exactly. That's exactly what happened. So let's get to messages from Maddie and see what
I'm
he
coming
has
back to you with
say.
a question later.
What, you have something?
Oh,
I have
about
some. So I have
my
to
boy?
ask. No, about sumo suits.
sumo
go ahead.
suits. Okay,
Is
yeah.
your first dance like sumo smash? Like bam.
That'd be great.
I've also thought of a real fun idea that a lip sync battle is a first
Lip
dance.
sync battle
Would be kind of fun.
I saw a couple 2 weekends ago. It started out with so bride and groom with their respective parents, right? So the bride was dancing with her dad, and the groom with his mom. And then 30 seconds into the song, and it was Bee Gees "Staying Alive." Like, everybody started trickling in from the wedding party, and then there was a choreographed, like 70s
Thriller.
style dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really kind of neat. It
Yeah.
was pretty neat to see them
cool.
do something cool. I had another bride.
But they probably
mashup.
practiced
No, they did. Of course they did.
because it looks so good.
Yeah, they did it
You
right.
have to practice that.
All right, let's go out to LA and see what we've got from the Santa Monica newsroom from Matty Potts.
Good morning, Matty Potts. So, hey, I don't know if you saw the news. I'm sure you did, actually, but Tiger Woods just got arrested for DUI. Made me think of back in my Vegas days when we actually used to help facilitate some of his indiscretions. You would kind of scurry away to Vegas and hide out and hook up with all of his chicks. But anyway, that leads me to the question, has anyone been arrested for DUI or for anything else, really? I definitely was arrested for DUI when I was like 17 back in the day. Got pulled over, and there was a bunch of like Mad Dog 2020 models in my backseat. All right, later.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay.
Did he say that he knew someone that helped Tiger?
I'm pretty sure he just said he helped Tiger.
And in a way,
Because
it
my
sounded like
boy
he was
here-
part
Play
of
that
it.
part again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play this again because my boy here was the manager.
Sounded like he helped facilitate
No, he was-
sometimes.
He was the manager of the nightclub in Vegas
Yeah.
for like also a hotel and casino, everything. So
Where he met TBA.
it's
Yeah.
where he met TBA, and he told me
In the bathtub with champagne.
well, that
No,
was
that was
where
a
he
different
met her. That
story.
was the best night of his life. But he told me, and he got to the point where anytime he would see a celebrity, he would put his head down in disgust because it just meant way more work that he was going to have to do.
Oh, yeah.
So this happened on the
It's all
regular.
about discretion
Yeah, and I'm not surprised, but a lot of them also want like to be pampered and stuff. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. He ended up he was in the nightclub business for a while. So what he did is he started. Maddie, if I get this wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure what he did was he started in Vegas. Then he took a job running that club over in Australia, and did that for a little while. Had a choice to go do it in Singapore and chose not to. Went back to LA to start his own business.
Okay.
So he's like, as we say, balls deep in the nightclub biz. What did he do with Tiger?
Good morning, Matty Pods. So, hey, I don't know if you saw the news. I'm sure you did, actually, but Tiger Woods just got arrested for DUI. Made me think of back in my Vegas days when we actually used to help facilitate some of his indiscretions.
Yeah.
I need him on the phone right now.
Do you think he'll answer?
Allison, get him on the
He's
phone.
doing something?
Clyde.
Is he doing something?
Just kidding. Clyde, get him on the phone. We need Matty Potts. I'm calling
That's
him.
kind of cool.
I'm calling him. I have to know, and if he's willing to talk about it, then I need this.
I'm sure he's willing to talk about it.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's see if he answers.
He definitely helped facilitate. It was a we.
Yeah, he said we helped. Is it ringing?
It should be.
I can't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
There it is.
Clyde, slacking.
Hello?
Oh, Matty Potts live on the air. Sir, I need you. Do you have 2 minutes of? Can I get 2 minutes of your time?
Yeah, shoot.
What is this? Did you actually help facilitate Tiger, or is this something you heard about? Give it. I need more.
One time, yeah, well, I mean, as I was always in the know, like, during certain things. I mean, I could probably only say so much anyway, but, like, there was one time where one of the cocktail servers needed to actually be cut early so she could run to another club where he was. He was at our place first, then he went to another place and requested through the grapevine that this cocktail server that had him at our place come and just kind of hang out with him. So I had to cut her early and have an escort his escort to where he was.
Can you imagine that life, man? Would you survive in that kind of a lifestyle if you had that kind of power?
It.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could just because I probably have a pretty good like perspective on it being on the opposite side of it for a while, so like, I mean, it is definitely like a kid in a candy store. So there's always going to be temptation, but I think I was just so used to being at nightclubs for, 15 years that I'd like to think I would be a little bit, more responsible with that power. But I mean, who the hell knows? It definitely is an exciting life. You can see that. I mean, people would just come into the nightclub and blow crazy amounts of money and be with smoking hot chicks and just there's just things going on in this world on a daily basis that like the average person would not believe. And if they were exposed to it, they'd probably lose their shit.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is there a celebrity story that stands out to you that you've
He's told
experienced?
us already one of the
I
most
think
amazing
this Tiger
ones.
story is probably the best story he's going to have.
That and TBA in the bathtub was pretty good.
Yeah,
good, yeah.
I mean, that was definitely, the TVA story was one of my favorites, which is why I always tell it. I mean, there's a lot, but again, it just kind of blows over your head because it was an everyday thing. So, I mean, I'd have to sit and think about, a bunch of stories. But, yeah, it happens all the time.
Well, here's something to get you out on. This is a good question. I'm actually curious. We always hate on people. Let's give somebody some love. Is there a celebrity that stands out that was, like, really nice to you or, like, really, like, treated you well?
Swedish House Mafia was really nice.
Nice.
Okay.
They're like a huge EDM group.
Oh yeah.
And who else? There's been a few. I'm trying to think of like people that tip because it's shocking how many people don't tip, even when they're getting like comp bottles, like free bottles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how you can kind of tell if a celebrity is like down to earth or actually like remembers when they weren't a celebrity, because they'll like stop, say hi, tip you, and not me like the cocktail servers. And you know who didn't do that? And I'll throw him under the bus. But one time we had MC Hammer eating in the restaurant, and we offered him a few free bottles if he would like come upstairs to the club and just do, you know, like a shout out. And we ended up giving him a bunch of bottles of Dom Perignon, which was like at this point way above his pay grade. I mean, he's just a novelty at this point. So we came up, we got a bunch of bottles. He requested more, and I actually had to tell him no. And then he didn't tip the waitress. So I was kind of shocked because, I mean,
he's bankrupt, man. I'm not shocked at all.
Well, I don't know. He's got a commercial.
Right. Well, and I mean, in hindsight, I mean, a lot of these people who are now novelty acts, they don't have a ton of money. They jump from appearance to appearance. A lot of these people do things like, Comic-Con. I mean, you'd be blown away by how many former actors or actors you watched growing up, like Biff from Back to the Future, who you would recognize if you saw. Of course, you guys in the studio would know Biff from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah,
but like this guy is literally going from Comic-Con. I just think someone just showed a picture of like they saw him at a Comic-Con or something or some sort of convention, and the guy goes from city to city selling autographed pictures of himself, which is just, I mean,
I remember Johnny. That's where Johnny Drama cleans up.
Yeah,
old sitcoms.
And I mean, I guess it's kind of depressing, but at the same time, like you could be in like one cult classic movie and really never have to work again. I mean, if going to convention to convention is the worst thing to happen to you, I mean, it's better than being in an office cubicle.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty sure the working world would agree that that's not a bad life.
Yeah. And that's a whole side story, but this whole convention business, I mean, it's really kind of given a lot of people like a second life, second win to their career. So,
Maddie, Belly has a follow up question. We want to get you out of.
We have one last question for you.
Here you go.
Do you have a crush on Hot Mess Kim?
I'm going to be honest. That is a good question because it's weird because it's something I've been thinking about. Like, there is. I mean, she obviously she's white, so I mean it would never happen. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've even gone so far as to think I've even considered leaving this message on your machine, Luke. But like when the show gets bigger, like a great contest and prize would be like you get to go out with Hot Mess Kim for a night.
Yes.
And like I'll tell you right now, whatever the contest is I'm entering it because I want to win that contest. I love to go out with her.
We'll rig it, man.
In my head, like I even like because I listen to the show, I'm at the gym and my mind wanders, and I was like, how fucking great of a story would it be if like Hot Mess Kim had to go into the studio one day and pull Luch's side and be like, I got drunk last night and fucked your cousin. And like,
God.
That would be, I would do it just so she could have to have that confessional to you and like laugh about it later. But yeah, I mean, Hot Mess Kim does seem like a pretty rad chick. Yeah.
Thanks.
Matty Potts, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, sir. We'll let you get on with your day. I appreciate it.
All right, cool. Later, guys. Have a good one.
Later, buddy. He's the best. We appreciate him.
We should fly him out here just to have a date with me.
Yeah, well, of course we should. All expenses paid. Oh, man, that was awesome. I'm so glad he did that.
I won't drink.
Must be coming out of the TTR studios fun.
So he is my cousin. That was the joke. Yeah, we've never really said that before, but that is true. And so check him out, of course. Thanks for him to do that. Santa Monica Newsroom on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys for being here. Matt LaBelle, Belly, you feeling good?
Here. I'm great.
Hot Mess Kim.
Suck my dick.
We'll see you guys next time. It's Lucdogg in the morning.
At LITM Podcast.